What's up guys, this is David Matos with 35mm.com, and today I'm going to give you guys an unboxing and review of the Atomos Ninja Inferno. The Ninja Inferno is Atomos' newest external video recorder, released just last week. It sits in between the $2,000 Shogun Inferno and the newly price-reduced Shogun Flame. So let's take a look at what you get in the box. Unlike most of the Atomos series, this unit comes in a soft case instead of the large hard cases that you're probably accustomed to. Inside, you'll get the unit itself with one hard drive caddy, user manual, DC power supply, and some international adapters. You won't get any mounting accessories or a battery, so if you want to be portable, you'll have to pick those up separately. The case itself also has some space to put your own batteries and accessories in. You may be thinking, this is a lot less accessories than most Atomos equipment comes with. The reason for that is that the Ninja Inferno is basically an HDMI only version of the Shogun Inferno, which all in all does not justify them dropping the price by $1,000. So Atomos has cut some of the fluff from this unit in order to get it down to $995. The one thing I really wish they still included was the Atomos hard drive dock like this one, which runs for about $50 on its own. Alternatively, you can pick up a generic one like this one from StarTech, which works just as good for $11 on Amazon.com. I'll put a link in the video description below. The Ninja Inferno can record up to 4K 60p video in 10-bit and in Full HD up to 120 frames per second if your camera is compatible with outputting in that format. The unit itself is basically identical to the Shogun Flame in an all black color, so if you weren't a fan of that bright yellow or bright red colorway, this one is probably going to look a lot better for you. On the front, there are no buttons, only the 1500 nit 7-inch color calibrated 1920 by 1200 resolution display, and a power LED which lets you know if there's a recording in progress. On the left, you'll find a remote input as well as an HDMI in and out. On the right side, we have the power button, the optional XLR breakout cable port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, and the hard drive slot. The rear holds the two Sony NPF battery slots for continuous power and a DC power jack if you want to run this unit to an external power source or even DTAP. And now let's run through the menus and see what this unit has to offer. In the top left here, we have our input. Tap on that and we can see the source, trigger, record, and video out. Under source, we see that my Panasonic G85 is sending a 4K UHD 30p signal to the Ninja Inferno. Trigger is set to HDMI, which will trigger the unit if you have a compatible camera. My G85 is not, however. You can color correct for the Canon 5D Mark III. For record, we have 4K UHD at 29 frames per second and have the option of enabling up to 2 seconds of pre-roll for 4K or 8 seconds for Full HD. For video out, we don't have anything connected in this case, but it will let you downscale the output to 1080p if you don't want to send out a 4K signal. Going back, on this page we also have the option of recording a time-lapse, which in my opinion is very well done. You can set everything from how many frames to capture with each interval to the standard interval timing and total record time. You are also able to use add to create various steps in your time-lapse and combine them smoothly using the smooth transition button. You can even make the time-lapse start on a schedule if you don't want to start immediately. Now the file naming menu allows you to rename your hard drive and integrate scene and shot into your file names. The next menu we have at the top is the recording format. You can choose Apple ProRes in HQ, 422, and LT, as well as 4 flavors of Avid DNX HR. The G85 I own shoots at 100 megabits per second at 4K, so being able to shoot in Apple ProRes 422, which is 400 megabits per second, is amazing, especially for fast movement. And here you can see when you make changes to the codec and quality, the recording time will change depending on the size of the media drive you have installed. In this case, I have a 250 gigabit SSD installed, so you can see I'll probably need to upgrade to shoot anything above 50 minutes in ProRes 422. Over to the right, you can again check out your recording media using this menu, as well as being able to format, rename, or export XML for supported video editing software. And finally, the last menu will let you view your power sources. Select which one you want the unit to use first, and also which one is currently being used. Now for your waveform tools. You have a Luma waveform, RGB Parade, and a vector scope. All are able to be viewed in one of 3 sizes and can be resized by tapping the left corner, as well as adjustable transparency and brightness levels. The next icon is for monitor assist tools, including focus peaking with various colors and even a monochrome mode. You have your zebras with sliding threshold, false color, which is especially useful when shooting people, as it will allow you to see exposure values for specific areas of the scene. And finally, the blue channel only, which is helpful in determining the amount of noise in your video. Next, we have our framing guides in 16:9, 2.4, 2.35, 1.9, 1.85, and 4.3, all available with safe bars as well. Down here we have focus zoom, which is really useful for determining focus. You can drag the screen around to pan through the zoom, or you can use a small screen over here to get to a specific area on the screen. The cut and tag menu will give you a ton of metadata options, most of which I don't even touch. And here we have one of the coolest features, monitor mode, which will allow you to switch between the native source video, Atom HDR, which is Atomos' proprietary HDR mode, one of the standard built-in LUTs, or a custom LUT you upload in .cube format. You can choose to record just the native video or even integrate the LUT that you've chosen into the recording. The last button here will let you split the image in half to see one half with native video and the other half with the LUT applied. And last but not least, we have audio. This unit has many audio features, including the ability to record audio separately, up to 7 channels, gain adjustments, and audio delay. So after all that, the question remains, is the Ninja Inferno a good purchase? I don't own a camera that can output 4K 60p and 10-bit, so I won't be taking full advantage of this device's features. But I do have a G85, which shoots 4K 30p 8-bit 420 footage internally, or 422 externally. So I am getting something out of recording externally to this device. And when you consider that a small HD 702 bright monitor with a 1000 nit display, no recording features, costs upwards of $1,500, the Atomos Inferno is a great buy just for the monitoring tools alone. It's an absolutely amazing external recorder that allows me to monitor my video on something bigger than my 3-inch screen of my camera, along with the industry standard monitoring tools like false color and Luma waveforms. The time-lapse feature will let you get some great creative videos with a very simple configuration and interface. And of course, if you have a 4K capable camera, it's a no-brainer. Jump on it and future-proof yourself with a 60p 120 frame per second device. I'll put a link to the Ninja Inferno below in the video description at Adorama, where it's available today for $995, as well as the usual Amazon.com link where it shows availability on April 15th. I'll also put a link for that $11 USB 3 hard drive cable. As always, this is David. I hope you guys like this video. I'm going to try to do a lot more. And again, if you liked the video, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time.